Hello again, Guardians, and welcome back to the channel for another Destiny 2 episode. Now, before we get started, I like to do a weekly giveaway for all of my subscribers out there. The easiest way to enter in for most of my giveaways is simple. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment down below. Alongside this, though, I'm giving away 3 copies of Destiny 2. If you're interested in that, the details are on the screen now. Pause the video, read the instructions, and enter in for the giveaway with the link down in the description of this video. Moving into this video, we are going over Destiny 2 information, and more specifically, the third subclasses. As we all know or have heard, the third subclass is being removed from Destiny 2. I'm not really sure it's going to be removed, guys. Don't worry, the Night Stalker Hunter will exist once again. It just might be remastered later down the road. Same thing goes for the Hammer Titan and a bunch of other stuff that's happening. So, the Warlock, the Hunter, and the Titan, as per the IGN exclusive interview with Bungie gameplay footage, is showcased a Hunter with a Golden Gun and the Arc Strider subclass. There was no option for a third subclass marked by any icon in the inventory, and a lot of people got worried about this. Well, there is a little bit of confirmation on this, and Bungie is not releasing all 3 subclasses for the Hunter, the Titan, and the Warlock right away. In fact, the game will only house 2 subclasses for each individual Guardian at any given time in the beginning of the story. Later on down the road, maybe in a later patch, or maybe even in a DLC or expansion, or maybe even just a huge gameplay update later down the road from Activision and Bungie, they will house the brand new third subclasses remastered for hopefully the Hammer Soul Titan, the Night Stalker, and the Stormcaller, I believe. I believe all of the Taken King subclasses are kind of being reworked, and they still haven't fully reworked them, so they're waiting to release them. Which is great, because I don't want Bungie to release everything into the base game right away. I want some things that can come into the game later down the road. Now, I do want a bunch of new weapons, a bunch of new armor, and this is where we get into a couple of pros and cons with this. So, let's talk Destiny 2 subclasses for a second. And we're going to work this video a little bit differently than what we work informational videos in the past. I want to see what all of you as my subscribers and my fans and followers think on the matter of what we're talking about in this video. And I want to lay everything out so everyone can have sense of what's going on. First off, there's 3 subclasses that we know of for the Hunter, the Warlock, and the Titan. Bungie decided to rework some of them, and they're only releasing 2 of the subclasses for each Guardian coming into Destiny 2 in the base game story. Later on down the road, they might reinstate the other ones later on for the Hunter, Titan, and Warlock, making 3 subclasses available for each Guardian type. But whenever they decide to release this is pretty much up to them. Now, if they do release these later down the road, it allows for extra stuff in-game in a future DLC for us to be excited for. And that, in my eye, is a good thing. I also think that with this being a pro, if they're still working on it and it's not quite ready yet, I feel like when they release the game, we get the game on time, but we don't get these subclasses right away because they're not ready. They're not well balanced, they have to rework some stuff, and if they're still reworking it in the game code, then the game's not ready. And I want a game to feel complete. So if keeping these subclasses out of the game makes Destiny 2 feel like a complete and well-made game, I'm okay with it. Now, if they're just keeping it out of the game, and this is a con, if they're keeping it out of the game just because they want to put it in a future DLC just so people pay money for the subclasses in particular, and this is a move by Activision, then I'd be a little worried, but that's not Bungie's style. Bungie doesn't want to release things to us that isn't complete, especially after the first Destiny game, with the very first vanilla Destiny having such a rough time starting out, and it not feeling complete. They don't want to do that to the fans any more than they already have, and that's understandable. So, honestly, I think they're doing the right move here. Not releasing all the subclasses for every Guardian, allowing them to balance out the subclasses that they do release if anything seems a little unbalanced and overpowered, maybe even underpowered. If they have less subclasses to work with, it's going to make their job easier. And then in the long run, when they release the last 3 subclasses, the individual subclasses for the Hunter, the Titan, and the Warlock, I feel like the game is going to feel a bit more balanced. Along with the new Crucible being 4v4 only and allowing it to have the guns have a static roll and there's no more god rolls, and farming is going to be a bit different, and the loot system will be a little bit different. I feel like it's going to be a well-rounded game, and honestly, there's just a few slight cons that I see with this entire idea. Again, Guardians, thank you all so much for watching. I want to hear your personal thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, remember that thumbs up is always greatly appreciated. It also enters you in for all of my giveaways if you're a subscriber and you've left a comment down in the comment section. So definitely let me know what you guys are thinking about Destiny 2 and the fact that the 3rd subclass on the Titan, Hunter, and Warlock are being removed from the vanilla story of Destiny 2. Seriously, what are your guys' thoughts? I really do care. I'll try to reply back to every single one of you in the comment section, so make sure you watch out for my reply. And as always, huge shout out to the patrons out there for supporting my channel. If you want to become a patron, which you don't have to, you get monthly rewards from me, and it depends on the reward tier that you decide. I think of it as a monthly subscription thing that I do for all of you. So yeah, if you're interested, check out the Patreon link down in the description. And as always, stay violent, be privileged.
Oh, hi. VPG isn't here right now, but I guess you enjoyed the content. So over there's the logo you can click on. That will allow you to subscribe. More content up there, and behind the scenes daily content over here on the vlog channel. There you go. Enjoy.